Okay, so we're going to go over our LinkedIn campaign and automation for DMs to book a call. And so here is the campaign, and then here's the first workflow. Okay, this is our enricher, basically grading how good of a lead it is, the business, and if it's qualified. We've got the information from the payload, checking the CRM, if it's got a email or not, if it applies. We're logging this stuff, creating a record, checking the company info, and then we've got some tailored messaging if we wanted, using Rapid API for posts, likes, general engagement that the lead is doing, processing all that through the AI analysis, just so we can have tailored messaging going forward. Is the lead qualified or disqualified or partially, what the quality and stuff of it is, and then updating the records and stuff in the CRM and their tool for their RAG database. Okay, here's the second workflow where the lead has sent us a message, and then we are cataloging that message and that record, adding it to both the campaign history and the CRM for logging, and same for adding the input and stuff into the RAG. Then we've got our AI, our cold outreach from the campaign, and then picking that up and having a follow-up, having context of what they said essentially from it. Then we have the human in the loop aspect that they send over to Slack, and is the message approved? And if it's not, then it still catalogs the previous message that has it for record, goes back through the loop, and for the messages that are approved, they go forward. We document that stuff in the CRM and the campaign, and then we move on to the DMs. Okay, this is basically a two-part workflow, the DM process and then the calendar booking piece. So again, the DMs have gone out, the lead has replied, we are essentially logging and cataloging the correspondence. If the lead isn't in there because they came in outside of the campaign, then we create a record for them, and then we've got the context history from the previous chats or correspondence as it's applicable, some cleanup, and then we get to the agent itself. And here we've got everything from calendar tools for conflict resolution, essentially, and then documentation and annotation, looking at the CRM, the RAG system, and potentially email correspondence as well. It does the process, and then we have essentially the breakout for the human in the loop piece of, we got some negative feedback from the lead. So essentially it's been annotated, and then let the client and stuff know what's going on so they can take action. Otherwise, the typical messages go out, have the human in the loop. Is it approved or not? And if it's not, it goes back through the loop essentially. And if it is, then we send the message off to the campaign for a message reply, and continues through that process. The lead then decides, hey, I do want to book a call with you. So we've got the calendar event. We're looking up the lead's information and everything about the records, if they were in there or if it's completely new, off the calendar, and they weren't in the campaign at all. So all this is accounted for essentially in here. And then we've got the agent that handles and looks through all the correspondence that has happened from all the records. And then it creates a summarization essentially about the booking, everything that they've talked about, creates a email and sends it off to, hey, you've got a book call. And so that data kind of looks here. This is just some general info for the lead, the correspondence, the conversation pieces that they've had. You kind of get the idea. And then here again, we have the review of the campaign. So everything from the inbound messaging, from the search query, and then the outbound,